Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on The Hunger Games. Now, The Hunger Games is a 2012 dystopian action film that is meant to be based on Suzanne Collins' 2008 novel of the same name. I remember seeing this film when I was 19 years old with my dad and his ex-girlfriend, and I would say for the most part rewatching it now, is that Hunger Games is obviously America's version of Battle Royale, but different. We see how in the nation of Panem, that was originally North America, but due to a nuclear event, we see how it's divided into 12 districts that is ruled by the capital. We see how as punishment for a failed revolt, each district is selected to tribute one boy, one girl to compete in the annual Hunger Games where there is only one survivor. We see how Katniss takes on her sister's place when she's originally volunteered, and we see how another fellow tribute, Petra, is also tasked along. I would say there's a difference between the two characters. Like, Katniss is a bit more experienced as a hunter, as she's more used to kind of hunting down animals, but now that it's the Hunger Games, it's a bigger, different game changer. And I think the point of Petra, I would say, is a good guy deep down, but I think at the same time, is not really prepared for the Hunger Games. You can tell does want to do the right things, and does try to, do what he can to help sort the problem out. And I think what's interesting with the districts, they're more like slums, hovels, all sort of run-down areas where people trade things for food, stay alive and all that. And when you've got the capital, it's more like this rich, sort of big wig area with all these powerful, important people. And we see how Katniss has to prepare for the Hunger Games, as well as getting help from people that she needs. Mainly Heinrich, who is meant to kind of be this kind of once member from District 12, but is a bit more of a drunk, but does try to play the role of being friend and mentor. And when you've got Ginna, you can tell does see Katniss's potential and knows that she does have what it takes to help change things for the Hunger Games. And I think when you've got the other district members, you can tell some of them aren't really evil, but some of them know what they're meant to do and just accept, revel, and thrive on it. And I think the point with the Hunger Games is meant to bring out the worst in some people, but at the same time, still showing some people aren't evil. Like Rue, who is kind of meant to be more like Katniss's friend during the Hunger Games. We see how Petra tries to kind of get Gatto and his cronies onto his side, but at the same time uses it to his advantage to keep Katniss safe. And I think what makes President Snow work as a villain is that you can tell that he knows there's going to be a revolt, but wants to keep things under control. And I think the point of Katniss, I would say, is a message and a moral that sometimes there is always going to be a light of hope when everything seems bleak. And I think the point of Katniss is meant to be this beacon, this symbol of hope, to show that the districts can pull things together to go against the capital. And I think what makes the Hunger Games interesting is how we do see the characters using things for their advantage, seeing how they kind of have to kind of rope themselves in, using their kind of resources, having to kind of stay alive, and at the same time, it's interesting to see what there is in the Hunger Games, like these genetically altered wasps known as trackerjackers that can kill you as soon as sting you, and these giant hound-like beasts that can maul you in seconds. And I can see the comparisons people make between Battle Royale and Hunger Games, but I think there's a difference. I think to me, Hunger Games is more like a kind of post-apocalyptic world. Well, I would say Battle Royale is more similar, but mostly trying to be a kind of Japanese kind of anime-ish storyline. So I think to me, Hunger Games is definitely a good film. If you're a fan of the book, then this is definitely your movie. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.